Combining video game genres together is nothing new, but some things haven't happened yet, and I'm wondering what that would look like. Hello everybody, I'm OCDsaster, and welcome back to the OCD Grand Prix, where we are taking a hard look at kart racers in video games, and I'm just kind of doing this theme on my channel for a little bit, see where it takes us. If it takes us anywhere, it might not take us anywhere, and that's fine. We might not get past the starting line, but we shall see. So, racing games. I've never really heard of a horror racing game. Now, you have stuff like Twisted Metal, where it's, you know, very edgy, very dark, shooting around, like, bloody, like, you get these darker theme racing games, but a actual horror game. I'm trying to even conceptualize what that would be like. And I'm not talking about, like, a FNAF world, like, Five Nights at Freddy's kart racing. No, like, that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about a true horror experience. And I'm wondering, maybe staying on the FNAF track a little bit, maybe that's why they didn't really do much with it for Security Breach. With Security Breach, I was very disappointed for a lot of things. Could be another video if you guys want to see that. But part of it was like, there was a golf course, there was a racetrack, and you really couldn't interact with those. You couldn't actually play putt-putt unless you went to the arcade game. And then the racetrack, there's this big racetrack in Roxy's Raceway, and it just is a cutscene of Gregory doing a barrel roll out of his cart and it hitting Foxy or Roxy or whatever the fuck. So I doubt it, but maybe Still Wolf Studios was like, we can't make this into like a horror experience, or they were just lazy and cut it out, which is what I think actually happened. Besides the point, a horror racing game would be very interesting. I'm trying to even think about what that would be like, besides obviously having like characters from the horror genres like Ghostface, Freddy Krueger, you know, those kind of characters. Yeah, sure, why not? But jump scares, I feel like, are kind of cheap. So what would make a racing game eerie and creepy? And I think it's the matter of the unknown. A horror kart racer where you either play... Actually, you know what? Now I'm starting to talk. I'm starting to think things out a little bit more. So the core concept would be a auto-generated track. I don't know how, from a programming standpoint, that would work, but it being unknown. Almost open world, but there's still some, you know, like, boundaries and limitations to it. But it puts you in a forest. It puts you in these settings that are spooky and eerie. There's fog. Maybe even like based off of different games like Resident Evil, Silent Hill. I don't know with licensing how that would work, but it's just this eeriness of a course that you never can familiarize yourself with. With other kart racers like Mario Kart and stuff like that, you can play the same tracks over and over again and understand where to drift, where to go, where are the power-ups. But if you're in a game where the track is constantly changing on you, that could be eerie. And then maybe there's parts while you're driving around, it automatically slows you down, so you kind of have to figure out, okay, what's going on. There might be things that are on the sides in your periphery that are freaking you out a little bit, you know, like hanging corpses and like really grotesque things. It could play around with that a little bit. Things could pop out at you, so that is a little bit jump scary, but like pop out while you're driving. That could be like a mode. There could be another mode where it's more like, you know, player versus player, where it's like some people are the killers, some people are the racers. That would be kind of silly and not really scary, but like you're driving around and the killers have to go after the people and like behead them while they're driving or something like that. That could be another thing, like gory Mortal Kombat-esque takedowns while driving. I'm just kind of spitballing right now. Some of it sounds good, some of it sounds very stupid. It's fine. That's why we make these videos, and that's why the comment section exists on YouTube, so that way you guys can roast me down below. The feeling of something chasing you, maybe not knowing what it is all the time, that's something that can be eerie and creepy. So maybe having a concept where it's like, if you are not going fast enough, this horrible thing is going to happen to you and catch up with you. That could be interesting as well. I'm just trying to think of different ways to genre bend the kart racers, and I want to get your guys' opinion on it. What do you think? Let me know down below. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more of this type of content. I'm OCDsaster, and I hope you put the pedal to the metal. See ya.